Terror groups enjoy greater freedom in Afghanistan than at any time in recent history. And there are no signs that the Taliban leadership has taken steps to limit the activities of foreign terrorists in the war-torn country. This has been claimed by a new UN report which also says that the dreaded Islamic terrorist groups aims to position itself as the chief rejectionist force in Afghanistan. Take a look.
The Taliban first ruled Afghanistan from 1996 to 2001 and were ousted for harboring Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden for masterminding the 9/11 terrorist attacks in the US. In a February 2020 deal that spelled out the terms of the US troop withdrawal, the Taliban had promised to fight terrorism and deny terrorist groups a safe haven in Afghanistan. Security experts, however, believe that there are no recent signs that the de facto rulers in Afghanistan have taken steps to limit the activities of foreign terrorist fighters in the country. A new NWSA report has revealed that Al-Qaeda retains a presence in Afghanistan in the provinces of Ghazni, Helmand, Kandahar, Nimruz, Paktika and Zabul, where the group fought alongside the Taliban against the ousted government. The report has also claimed that the slain Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden's son visited Afghanistan last year. It further revealed that Amin Muhammadul Haq Sam Khan, who coordinated security for bin Laden, returned to his home in Afghanistan in late August last year. The 22-page report prepared by UNSC group that monitors counter-terrorism sanctions targeting Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State has questioned the Taliban's commitment under the Doha Agreement of preventing international terrorist threats from having a foothold in Afghanistan.
Taliban has no interest in taking any steps against Al-Qaeda or other organizations because at the end of the day, these organizations do not fight with one another. The earlier Afghan regime had a problem with Al-Qaeda, had a problem with ISIS, and therefore they were confronting these two organizations. And they were also confronting Taliban. So the rest of the world was fed with this fiction that if the Taliban was to take over, they would be able to control both Al-Qaeda and ISIS. But the fact remains, Al-Qaeda has for a long time been a partner of the Taliban. So why should Taliban go against these Al-Qaeda elements? It doesn't stand to reason at all.
The Taliban government has rejected the report, but it is very difficult for Taliban rulers to deny another claim of UN report that Islamic State Khorasan is taking advantage of the turmoil in the country. The report has said that Islamic State Khorasan or ISIS-K is recruiting fighters from the Eastern Turkestan Islamic Movement and the Turkestan Islamic Party, among other foreign terrorist groups. It aims to position itself as the chief rejectionist force in Afghanistan and to expand into neighboring Central and South Asian countries. The UN member states have also assessed that the strength of the ISIS-K has increased from earlier estimates of 2,200 fighters to now approaching 4,000 following the release by the Taliban of several thousand individuals from prison. ISIS-K, a US-designated foreign terrorist organization, has been responsible for some of the deadliest attacks in the region in recent years, massacring civilians in Afghanistan. The group had claimed responsibility for the Kabul airport attack that killed at least 185 people, including 13 US service members supporting evacuation operations. Recently, the US announced a reward of up to $10 million for information on leader of organization Sanaullah Ghaffari and those responsible for attack on the airport.
This fact that they have to announce a reward for information shows how big the failure of US policy has been in Afghanistan. The United States basically let the Afghan government down, and it has been going on for a long period of time. it did not put pressure on those elements, particularly Pakistan, which was helping the Taliban. Of course, the Afghan government itself did not help matters by becoming corrupt and by rigging elections, but that's another matter altogether. The policy of the United States in Afghanistan has been a complete failure. To expect that once you let the Taliban take over, that your problems would be solved is now shown to be a failure, that you have to basically announce a reward for information.
The UN member states are concerned that if Afghanistan descends into further chaos, some Afghan and foreign violent extremists may shift allegiances to Islamic State. The conflict landscape of Afghanistan is diverse and multifaceted, characterized by rivalries between jihadist groups and competition for recruits. The impacts go beyond the borders of Afghanistan. The events in Afghanistan therefore continue to demand great attention.